Nexxlegacy.
This is A and Buzz, brought to you by Nexxlegacy. I am Brandon in the building. Good morning. Good morning for all you people out there chilling on this fine Wednesday morning, new, fresh Wednesday, 2017. Happy New Year to all you people out there chilling. Show is going to be dope. I'm going to have my man, Kid Ice, 2Live crew calling in, talking about the legacy of music, his solo music, and how he feels about the game today. And when I think about 2Live crew, I think about not just the Me So Hornies and the We Want Some and the Move Something. You know what I'm saying? That legacy was to me like important for the culture. It was a part of the hip hop culture that still exists to this day, because I don't think you would get a lot of them twerking songs, or you don't get a lot of them if you didn't have the legacy of the 2Live crew. And I think when people really think back to this group, this group was one where they broke down a lot of barriers as far as they got banned in a lot of different places back in the days, and the videos was banned, and the videos was always turned up. And it was one where as a young man growing up, I feel like personally it was needed, it was necessary, it was a part of the culture that I feel like should have been revisited, but at the same time, I feel like it should have been respected more, because, like I said just a second ago, it was needed. And not only that, people are still doing it today. And I think the people that did break down barriers, like the legacy of the 2Live crew, should be revered and respected, at least, you know what I mean? Because they brought a lot of dance music to a lot of clubs, not just the regular clubs, but also the special strip clubs, you know what I'm saying? Brought a lot of dance music there, brought a lot of good times and a lot of good memories, and a lot of people will probably say, they brought a lot of sex and nasty culture and stuff like that, but I mean, let's keep it real. I mean, it's been out there. They just pretty much brought it to a plateau where it was explored and it was put out there. But I mean, a lot of people can't and shouldn't frown on what's rocking. So but at the same time, it's one where I feel like personally, we should definitely hold it down and show our appreciation to it. So we're gonna have this man call in and discuss that. And as soon as he calls in, we'll definitely make sure we put him on. But I feel like personally, we need to spotlight stuff like this. People don't talk about the legacy of the 2Live crew as much as they should, because for whatever reason. So it's going to be cool to be able to talk to the originators of it, the guy who helped usher in this type of music that I still feel like it's needed, it's necessary. He has new music, a new project coming out soon. We're going to definitely make sure that we support that. And I appreciate all you people out here tuning in the morning. I don't do a lot of morning shows, so it's always good to be able to say hello to the masses of the people that's listening live, and the people that will be downloading, and the people that will be, just clicking on to listen in on iTunes and stuff like that for free. So, I appreciate that, and just vibe with me. So I'm gonna play this track. I'm gonna grab my man, Fresh Kid Ice, and we're going to come back and we're going to talk about his projects and the legacy. Every time I listen to this A and Buzz, I'm Brandon in the building, and listening to 2Live crew joints is always memorable. And when I say that, it's just the group. Like I said earlier to start the show, it was needed, it was necessary, it was a part of the culture of the entertainment business that I feel like they broke down barriers. And I said this, and I'm going to say this to our guests as well. If it wasn't for this man and that group and what they did, you wouldn't be getting all these twerk songs, and you wouldn't be getting what you're getting now to a degree as far as, all the stuff that we got rocking here. And this gentleman is brought to you by Real Fresh Kid Ice.com. You can go ahead and hit the website, check all the social media stuff. And, the originator, the one of the co-founding members of the 2Live crew, Fresh Kid Ice, is on the A and Buzz. Happy New Year, sir.
Yo, thank you, man. Thank you. Happy New Year to you.
Man, how you doing, bro?
I'm good. I'm good. Just
All right,
hanging in there.
let me ask you. Let me ask you a question, because we're gonna talk about your solo stuff. We're gonna talk about some of the stuff too. But I got to talk about the legacy that is the 2 Live Crew, because you and that group broke down a lot of barriers. You guys literally got banned in a lot of joints because of what you guys were putting out. When you look back at that, though, do you feel like, hey, mission accomplished? We did what we set out to do, is to be not just heard, but to be able to have our opinions about music, the culture, the sexuality, this, that, and the other? Was that something you guys started, that you guys was like, you know what, we're going to turn this music culture on its ear?
Well, when the group first started, we just wanted to make party music, you know what I'm saying? So it was basically locker room talk type stuff, you know? And then it turned into other things and so forth. And then, you know, at that time, somebody had to stand up for the culture. If not, you know, everything would have been PG rated today, you know?
Mhm. So when you look at that, though, like, I mean, because to me, I said it earlier to start the show, and I was talking about your contributions as well as the groups, that it's needed. Like, there wouldn't be a lot of, you know, women twerking right now if it wasn't, you know, 2 Live Crew joints. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, it to me, I always smile, because it's just like, hey, as a kid growing up, like, I mean, you know, y'all kind of helped, you know, mold and shape how I wanted females to be, or in general, like, how I wanted, like, you know, my dance steps to be when it comes to the woman. Like, you know, it was needed, man. And if it wasn't for y'all, like, we wouldn't be getting these twerk joints right now, right?
Right. Well, 2 Live Crew, you know, one of the main things that happened to us was our music was energetic and so forth, and basically it brought the strip club into your living room. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So and into the club. So you know, it's like a fantasy thing. So which was a good thing, you know, especially for a young man growing up.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And I appreciate that, sir. Coming from this guy right here, like, y'all gave us some nice ill visuals as far as just, you know, I was like, wow, I didn't know women look like that. You know what I mean? Because, you know, coming from California, you always see a layer of it, but, you know, Miami had a lot of stuff going on as well. So you're right. I mean, you guys did bring that culture, that strip club culture, that dance culture to everyone's living room. And you guys had to take a hit for that. I know you guys got banned in certain spots too, but even though you guys went through that, you guys still pushed on. What made you guys continue?
Well, because we felt that we were doing the right thing at that time. You know what I'm saying? We were in the military. The group started in the military, so, you know, we understood the fact that, you know, we had the freedom of expression, and it was our First Amendment right, you know, to say what we wanted to say, you know, and we stood on that.
How do y'all feel about the culture now? Like, I mean, I think you guys, you know, JT Money, 69 Boys, some of the people, like, I mean, you know, there's a lot of ill 90s dance music. The culture was, you know, I mean, I'm saying that because I grew up in that era, so I've seen how it evolved. Like, everybody had a chance to win. Like, you guys ushered it in, because you guys came from that cloth, like, you know, mid to late 80s, 90s, and still was a relevant factor as far as the music. How do you feel personally about dance music, twerk music, whatever it is they want to call it these days? How do you feel about it today?
I feel everything you know, what happened then is coming around again. Today, as they say, music always recycles itself, you know. But the only thing is that the groups that don't appreciate, or the younger artists don't appreciate the things that the veteran artists went through at that time. You know what I'm saying? Because back then we weren't making the same amount of money as they are today. And, you know, today it's a market where, you know, you can do a lot of things independently and get paid well for it, you know. So with the social media and everything, the internet and so forth, it brought the playing field, to like an even game. So if somebody's up on their social media and the internet game with iTunes and so forth and streaming media, they can compete against a major record label, so it gives the independent a chance to win.
Fresh Kid Ice, co-founder and member of the 2 Live Crew on the AM Buzz, brought to you by Nexxlegacy Radio and Nexxlegacy.com. You can also make sure you check them out on realfreshkidice.com on the website. Check out all his social medias, all the links, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. Make sure you go ahead and log in. And when you look back on this, and you talked about social media and stuff, and to me, and I hate playing hypotheticals, but let's play it just for the sake of radio listeners all across the globe. If 2 Live Crew had the force of social media back then, how would you think 2 Live Crew would have been received? Me personally, I think 2 Live Crew is, still, in my opinion, just, rock and roll Hall of Fame status, just, iconic still, but I think that level would attend, you know what I mean? So how do you think y'all would have fared during the social media age if y'all would have had that back then?
I think we would have done well because, we started off independent, and so forth, and we kind of stayed that way even after the big hits and so forth. We were independent, and we would have used it to our advantage, and the reach would have been much greater, worldwide. So,
right. Right. And not only that, and kid, this deal, sex sells. No matter what you do, where you go, how you do it, how you get it, sex is always going to be a part of the culture that's just going to never die. It's just
exactly as they say in music. It's always 3 things that'll always sell. You know what I'm saying? It's sex, money, and drugs. So
pretty much. Yep, damn right. And y'all brought that element to it, and I just think it would have amplified if you guys would have had the strength of social media behind you guys during your eras. Because your videos, even when you look back then, even the videos, the treatments, all that stuff is all classics. Just for the simple fact that you guys, it's deeper than the women too. Like the way you guys put the work in to be able to get all this shit done. And the way you guys did it was tremendous. So, you know what I'm saying, you guys got to get a lot of credit because you guys did break the mold for a lot of these people out here today doing what they're doing now. So I just feel like as far as credit-wise, you guys deserve that stage to just be appreciated for what you guys did because, and I'm pretty sure this too, man. Like, you guys, it's too much ass and, you know what I'm saying, it's too much bikinis or too much, naked women and too much talking about sex and fuck this and pussy that and pop that coochie this and you know what I mean? But I look at it as this. I feel like because, porn's been out since I don't know how long, right? So, why people hate on that too, but it's needed. It's necessary. People need that stuff just like they need what y'all do.
Industry, so.
Exactly.
That's
never going to die either.
Exactly, because you got to leave things, people want to see it, and people want to experience a lot of things. So, what you're doing is fulfilling dreams, and by the girls, getting the shots in the booty, the titties and everything, it makes it, they're going for that look anyhow, you know what I'm saying? Some women are built naturally, but others are doing what it takes to look that way, and that's how video vixens are made and so forth, so they're trying to capitalize off of it.
And Kid Fresh Ice, since you brought it up, and before we start talking about some of your solo stuff too, you brought up the ass shots and the titty shots and the implants and stuff like that. When y'all was doing it, y'all didn't really have a lot of that though, right? In y'all videos, it was all natural for the most part.
Yeah, the women were natural. And that was
can you
the
say that one more time for all these hundreds
Miami,
of thousands of, straight up, and can you say that one more time for the hundreds of thousands of listeners who go back and look at videos of the 2 Live Crew and y'all see, wow, she got a big ass, or her titties was nice, and it was, you know what I mean, like, and the body was right. Say that one more time for the listeners. All natural, right?
Yeah, those women were natural, and they, you know, as we say, cornbread fed, you know, so it's all good.
Straight up. And to me, it's just like, hey, the appreciation, like, I mean, you look at now, and I feel like, you know, the women nowadays, and shout out to the women that's out there trying. I know y'all want to get her, but it's like robotic asses now. Like, you can't even slap the ass like you really want to, because you might either break your hand or something that's in that ass might just crack and bleed or something like that. So you really don't know what time it is, you know what I mean? So I don't know.
Right, for sure, you know, and you know, since those women were natural, you know, it's all good. That's why today I still like a natural woman, you know. So
straight up. Shout out to all the women out there who don't inject themselves or, you know, transform into something that they're not. So, I mean, but I just had to throw that out there because I've never seen a 2 Live Crew video with a woman who's just like, hey, you can tell that ass don't even look right. So, you know what I'm saying? So, y'all gave out the real shit. So that's appreciative. So, up top, props off the side for the 2 Live Crew. So, have you guys talked about doing something, bringing it back, doing something on a level like this again?
Well, in 2015, we did like a reunion thing with like Luke, myself, and Brother Marquise. We did the Funk Fest stuff and so forth, you know, which was like about 10 dates, you know, with a reunion. It went well and so forth, but you know, with different things happening with the group right now, the group is sort of divided because of you know, the trademark name is owned by a company called Lil Joe Records, which you know, it divided and conquered the group, you know, from within. You know what I'm saying? So 2 members are over there, the rest of us are doing different things. You know, because me, I took time off from that to, you know, work on my label and so forth and my groups, you know what I'm saying? So to try to put new music out. Right. Because, you know,
outside of all
it wasn't a situation for me, so.
Yeah, outside of all the politics as far as the name and things like that, you know, never say never to the future of a 2 Live Crew reunion sometime down the line. Just never say never, right?
Nah, because we'd like to see it. I believe the members themselves, we want to see it happen. We want to see, you know, the movie happen, because a lot of people want to see a 2 Live Crew movie. And
straight
all
up,
the things that we went through, you know, during the, you know, the controversy and stuff by getting arrested and going, you know, all the court battles and so forth, you know. You know, so it's something that will happen, but, you know, it's being held back because somebody just want to get all the money instead of, you know, letting it happen properly.
Okay. Well, I, as a supporter of the 2 Live Crew legacy, it would be a good look. And, you know, sometimes, you know, egos got to drop down, and sometimes you just got to be like, hey, it's better if you do it together. And I'm saying that to say for the, you know, powers that be that's trying to hold the name near and dear, I'm saying this, you know, as a fan and as a media guy, like, it would be good to be able to see this at its full potential, because we would love to see a movie, documentary, a reunion album, stuff like that. And Chris, you know this, as long as the, you know, the movement and the money's right and the fan base want it, let's go, huh?
Yeah, well, that's one of the things that, you know, I've always wanted. I wanted to make sure that, you know, when my 2 Live Crew career ends, it ends on a positive note with, you know, showing everything. That's why I wrote my book, you know. My book is called My Rise to Fame. It shows, you know, everything about me, how the group started, you know, year for year, what we talked about when we were in the studio, what different things happened on the road, that type of stuff. You know, the book is kind of X-rated, but, you know, it's a good read. So, you know, and a lot of people, you know, believe that's the blueprint for the movie. So, because it was written like that.
I just went and ordered the book yesterday, so I can't wait till I get it so I can be able to check it out. But I mean, it wouldn't be you if it wasn't X-rated, bruh. So you know, I'm just saying, like, Fresh Kid, I got to keep it that way, no matter what you do. So look, let me talk to you a little bit about your solo stuff. So I appreciate you giving us 2 Live Crew game and again the history of it, and I love the fact that it just like the others possibly will be open to something on the reunion slide. But tell me a little bit about your solo stuff, because I know you rocking Chinaman Records, and I know you've been doing this at a high level right now, working with a lot of folks. So tell the listeners out there, as far as, you know, just your solo ventures, what you got rocking, and you know, why solo now? Because before you even ask that question, let me throw it out there. Anybody that's a supporter of this man can see this man is trying to help other artists as well. You know what I'm saying? So if you really dig deep and check out all his social media stuff, website, you know what I'm saying, make sure www.realfreshkidice.com. Check out what this man is doing. He is pro artist growth. So without further ado, to let the listeners know how you got started rocking your label and your imprint.
Well, you know, I started Chinaman Records in the 90s and so forth, because it's a label for artists by artists, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm trying to teach them, all the younger artists that come up under me and so forth, how to basically own their own stuff. I want them to own their own stuff, and, you know, we go 50-50 on the deal, you know, where they have rights to everything that they do, you know what I'm saying? So the main thing is to get them to the next level, so they're able to control their own career and be able to feed their families, you know, by, you know, learning how to become, you know, have longevity in the business, you know what I'm saying? So because this business will take an artist and dump them quickly, you know. That's why there's so many young artists out there who just had one record and you don't hear from it again, because there's no A&R and no teaching them how to handle their business and so forth, and, you know, and telling them, okay, own your own stuff, do this, do that, and this is the way you should run your own label when you have the chance, you know. So that's what I try to teach them, so they can take care of their family down the line. You know,
and I think that's important, especially now, because when you have the industry being the way it is and the way record sales is definitely not how it used to be when you guys were doing it at a high level. Not even how it was in the 90s. And when you think about it, 90s wasn't really too far along. You know what I mean? It's right. You know, even though it was years ago, it just fell off as far as record sales. So the importance of not just putting out quality music, but also getting and setting yourself with the opportunity of doing shows, because you're mainly going to make your money off the shows you do, and your music is really a bloop for you getting show deals and other deals in general. So you gotta be a little bit multi-talented, and you can't just basically just base your music off of record sales. You gotta do a lot of different things right nowadays.
Exactly. You know, because the industry has changed. That's why I'm so anti, basically, you know, the major record labels, and I'm trying to do it all independent. Everything I do is independent, because, you know, 2 Live Crew, we've been rebels all our lives, you know, so, and this is what I am. I'm still a rebel to the industry, you know what I'm saying? So, and this is where I'm taking it, you know, using guerrilla tactics, you know what I'm saying, by taking the best from the 80s and the 90s and putting them together with the best things from this generation, and, you know, and I'm still learning, and we're learning on the fly, you know, and you develop a team, and you go hard at it. That's why we're calling it the project, the compilation that's coming out next week, Friday the 13th. Is called Breaking Glass Ceilings, because we don't want to conform to what's really happening in the music industry. We want to create our own.
Mhm. Straight up.
So that's the whole
and I
concept.
think that's important, man, because I feel like this, especially because of how things are. Like, I mean, and I said it earlier. Like, I think we need more allies in this business now to be able to, because hey, mainstream is what it is, and I'm not tearing mainstream down, never, because they need a place just like we need a place. But at the same time, we need more allies that is unified to be able to make sure that we put out the kind of content that we want and that we need in this business, because we can't have the recycled stuff that we hear on mainstream radios or certain places or whatnot. We need a fresh look on music, the industry, the culture, and how business is ran. And I think not just Chinaman Records, but other markets out there that's trying to push that line as well, all need to unify, and we all need to support each other, because that's the only way we're going to be able to at least have a foot in the door and a say in how we handle our music business going forward, right?
Exactly. The best thing to do is, create your own avenues, you know what I'm saying, instead of conforming to what the majors want you to do, you know what I'm saying, because they see something popping now, and by next week there's 20 of the same type of records on the radio, and there's no diverse material on air, because they just want to hear one song. Is the same song, and nobody's being lyrical, not saying anything about it. Everything is all ad libs. And they're not. A lot of them don't know how to write. You know what I'm saying? So they're just making up ad libs. Be like, okay, he did. I'm like, oh no.
Hey, and not just that though. Like, I mean, you gotta have, when you come out and do something, you gotta have some kind of passion. Like, I need to feel it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't care what you do, how you say it, and how you put it down. Like, if you ain't got no passion attached to what you're doing, then you know what? You lost already. You lost your audience. You might have lost your career right there just by putting out the one joint or the two songs or the video without, like, a lot of direction when it came to that. Like, you know what I'm saying? And that was the one thing that I respect about you. Your solo stuff, because a lot of people, they probably forgot, Fresh, that, you know what I'm saying, you had Chinaman Records since the 90s, man. So you had videos out there since then. Like, you did more after Two Live Crew for yourself than people can respect or realize. And they can Google it now. They can go search the mission. But at the same time, like, this is what you're doing. You're giving this back, because I'm looking at your roster of the people you got on your compilation. Like, JT Money, what that man been up to? I haven't heard from that dude in a minute.
He's been doing a lot of things down on this end. You hear him all through the South and so forth. That we even have cats from the Lynch Mob. Lynch Mob, we got Trey and OG Chili Chill, doing tracks on there, and we collabing together, trying to put new stuff together. You know what I'm saying? And trying to teach these young cats. You know what I'm saying? You just get together, work with each other, put different things together, and just get your vibe all in one thing. It's all about the music. It's not about anything else. It's all about the music and what you're trying to get across. You know what I'm saying? So
exactly.
And let's all eat together. You know what I'm saying? So.
And I love the fact that you're breaking glass ceilings with this compilation that's coming out next Friday the 13th. And you assembled a bunch of people who got that same passion about it. Shout out to JT Money. I haven't talked to him personally in a minute, You know what I'm saying? And the other people, man, hey, what I want and what I hope, and I'm actually live on the air because, you know, we got like hundreds of thousands of listeners. And shout out to Japan. Japan has always been a supporter of Nexxlegacy Radio, but they love the legacy of Two Live Crew and Fresh Kid Ice and what you're doing as well. But, hey, I definitely want you guys, if you can, you know, bring yourself and a bunch of people. And we're going to have Friday the 13th, next Friday night. We're going to have a radio release party on y'all behalf because I feel like it's needed. So, you know, you down for that?
Yeah, for sure. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, I want everybody to go online on the 13th, you know, early that morning, start downloading it because, you know, as I say, I want the project to basically perform like how, you know, how much work we put into it. We put a lot of work into it and so forth, you know. So I want the project to perform, and the best way to show that we breaking glass ceilings is to do numbers, you know what I'm saying? So
that's right.
I'm asking everybody to go out there, download, share it on the internet, share it on social media, you know. Go to my page and just regram, share, repost, whatever you need to do, and let's make the numbers count, you know?
Exactly. I want that to happen because the release and the support for this man and what he's building with the Chinaman brand is important, but also I want to put a big middle finger and a fuck you to the mainstream media to let these people know, like, hey, we could do numbers without you. So it's better that you jump on the board now and get with us because we don't need you, but at the same time, you're going to need us later. So, you know, do that.
Exactly.
Do that. Do it. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just saying, like, I feel like with all the people out there that's listening, we could definitely make sure that we take our time. Go to the website, which is realfreshkidice.com, and hit up all social medias, and let's blow this thing up. Like, you know what I'm saying? # breaking glass ceilings. I know I want everybody to do that now going into Friday the 13th. And then definitely I want you back along with a few of your people that did it to call in, and we'll take calls, and we'll just, you know, run a couple of tracks, and we'll just promote the hell out of this thing. So I'm excited, man, because, you know, like I said, like I know you and we talked offline briefly, but, I mean, I've been a big supporter and a fan of what you guys have done, this legacy that the Two Live Crew put out. So the best thing that we as media folks could do is return the favor and, you know, shove it down the industry throats and, you know, make it grow. You know what I'm saying? So I'm excited, dude.
For sure. You know, because, you know, once we break the mold, it shows that anybody else could come in and do the same thing. You know what I'm saying? So, because there's a lot of artists on the West Coast that need to come together also and do the same thing because, you know, it's strength in numbers. You know what I'm saying? So it's a good thing.
So that's how we got to do it going forward. So, hey, we got the man, the co-founder of Two Live Crew, Fresh Kid Ice, right here on the AM Buzz, brought to you by Nexxlegacy and Nexxlegacy.com. And before we let you go, like, you know, you got a bunch of international folks out here listening. Japan's listening. Australia's listening. Germany, out of the blue, just decided they want to log in here and just be supportive as well. So when we have all these demographics internationally,
because I've been to all them places, you know. So you know, we got love everywhere. You know, my Japanese folk, you know what I'm saying? They always support Australia. It was great to us, you know. That year we went and we did a lot of cities in Australia and so forth. In Germany, I even went to Germany and got locked up, so it's all good.
Oh, are you serious?
Yeah, for sure.
Wow. Hey man, how was them jails over there, man? I always heard rumors, but I mean, you was in there, so how was those, man? Were those a little crazy?
Yeah, it was wild. You know what I'm saying? And you know, luckily the attorney came and got me real quick, you know. But you know, the water, they'll give you seltzer water to drink and stuff like that.
No.
They actually gave you some bread too. I was like, damn, bread and water for real. and you had to have your shoes outside the door.
Are you serious? Damn,
man.
Damn.
They locked up everybody that was on that stage.
Wow. I mean, and thank goodness y'all was in there for a hot minute, though. But, I mean, just that experience for a minute just definitely don't even sound like a good look. So, wow. Shout out to the German jails, but that's one place you don't want to go back to, period. But, I mean, but listen, though, like, there's a lot of people out there internationally, like we were talking about, that got a lot of love for the 2 Live Crew legacy. But, I mean, it goes to show you, man, that, I mean, it's deeper than sex, though. I mean, it's deeper than the look of a fine-ass female and how y'all put it down, how y'all orchestrated this movement is what everybody grabbed onto and appreciated it. And you know what I'm saying? Like, I mean,
exactly.
You
and then when you go out there and you meet people, man, you got to respect your fans because later down the line, your fans are the ones who are going to take care of you by coming to buy that ticket, by buying your music, by doing everything, you know, when nobody else is out there for you. The fans are the ones that support you. So,
exactly.
And they have fed my family many a time, so that's why I love them, you know?
Straight up. Before we let you go, this is family member of the 2 Live Crew, Fresh Kid Ice on the AM Buzz. And make sure y'all go ahead and hit up the website. Please go do that now. Make sure you go ahead and log in and get ready to go pick up that project, Breaking Glass Ceilings, which is available Friday the 13th. It'll be available that early morning, night, whatever you want to call it, midnight strikes. Go get it online. We're going to party that day or that night, excuse me. And, you know what I'm saying, we're going to celebrate it. Go to realfreshkidice.com. Make sure you go ahead and check out all social media things that is this man right here. Twitter.com, FreshKidIce786. Make sure you hit Instagram up, Instagram, The Real Fresh Kid Ice. And, of course, make sure you go ahead and hit that website. And booking, make sure ChimeInRecords@gmail.com is a place to be. Go support this guy. He is an iconic dude who actually took and broke the mold because, hey, I don't know about you, man. I don't think, well, see, I'm about to clap on the industry right now. I don't think there's no industry person that would have took a loss and went to jail in the name of the culture. You know what I mean? I don't think there's nobody out there that'll do it right now. Y'all did it. You know what I'm saying? But I don't think there's nobody out there that will.
We faced like some time to go to jail when we fought the system and so forth. You know, we faced a lot of things. We faced a lot of lawsuits. We had a lot of lawsuits and so forth, you know. So, but we took it on the chin and we kept fighting. So, you know, that's one thing we always say about this group, you know. If it wasn't for 2 Live Crew, you know, everything else would have been PG.
And y'all did it for the name of the culture, you know what I mean? So y'all had a mission, and y'all broke a lot of barriers for a lot of these people. So I just need people out there publicly to go and support and do what I feel is necessary. Y'all owe it to yourselves, and y'all owe it to the culture of the 2 Live Crew legacy to support this man right here, Fresh Kid Ice. And also big shout out to By the Pound Rap Media. Those guys out there, that team, Jeff out there is getting it in. Definitely want to send a shout out to him. And Kid, let's send some shout outs before we let you go, man. Go ahead, you got the floor for all your listeners internationally and in the States, man.
Yo, everybody, thanks for the love throughout the years. But, you know, 2017 is a new year. Keep supporting that Chinaman Records. Support Fresh Kid Ice. Support all my artists. You know what I'm saying? JT Money, Fame Fiella, Drill 'em Out, Monte Cristo, Boy Dirty, you know, Lynch Mob Trey, OG Chili Chill. You know what I'm saying? The list goes on. You know, Reggie Nichols, Sweet Juices, Breaking Glass Ceilings, Friday the 13th. You know what I'm saying? It's a day that everybody's scared of, so let's shock the industry.
I love it. Fresh Kid, appreciate the love, and you know, we're gonna do this again next week, man, because I definitely want to make sure that you push your line. We gonna take callers. We're gonna make sure that we just, you know, have fun, man. Just celebrate, You know what I'm saying? People accomplishing good shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Good music, fun times, take callers. We'll make fun of the callers. We'll just have fun, man. Let's just have some fun.
For sure.
All right. Appreciate it, my man.
All right.
Co-founder and member of the Q-Line crew, Fresh Kid, Ice, right here on the AM Buzz. Much love and respect, bro. Appreciate you, man. Hey, I'm coming back. I'm going to play a track.
Nexxlegacy.